Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, a very warm welcome here to Watches and Wonders Geneva, to IWC and the launch of Portugieser, a tribute to eternity. Now, Watches and Wonders here is quite a unique event. It's where the entire world of watchmaking just comes together for 1 week in Geneva. And if I can just ask the camera, just have a little pan around, just give our audience a little bit of an insight into what is going on here. Absolutely busy, packed first day of Watches and Wonders. Live from Geneva, my name is Grainger-Herr, I'm the CEO for IWC Watches. Now, whatever platform you're watching this on, just put your questions and comments down in the comment section and we'll do our best here live to answer as many of your questions as possible. So at first, to give you a taster of what you're about to discover with me on this little tour around the IWC pavilion here, here's a little video of what's to come.
Hey Chris, thank you for having us here today. We are so excited to have this exclusive look into the new Portugieser collection. Last year's engineer launch was amazing. What are you showcasing at IWC this year?
Yes, thank you, Tommy. So last year was the world of the engineer. This year it's complete change. So we're taking you to a pavilion representation of our factory in Schaffhausen, where our traditional watchmaking meets modern technology. And it's always expressed in this kind of really modern, forward-looking style. And at the heart of it, you see behind me, you have our observatory. Our observatory where our watchmakers are looking at the moon and stars to create our calendar complications. Now this year, we are launching an all-new Portugieser collection. The Portugieser is at the heart of our watchmaking DNA, and it is really all about humans observing since the beginning of time the stars, the celestial bodies around us, making sense of the rhythm that we can experience all around us on Earth. And this is basically day and night. It's the lunation, the lunar cycle of the month, and it's the tropical year, the change of the seasons that we can observe around us. And humans have always been fascinated to make sense of our place in that vast universe above us. And in the beginning, 5,000 years ago, we did think we're at the center of the universe, and then we understood gradually how the celestial body, how the universe is working around us. And in watchmaking, it's a quite unique and curious art because it's somewhere right between engineering, science and art, trying to observe, trying to measure, trying to make sense of all of that thing around us and to organize our time. And this question of who we are and what is time has been with us right since the beginning of humanity. And for IWC, our engineers and watchmaker have always tried to capture this in these unique mechanical timepieces, starting with Kurt Klaus in 1985, who invented the perpetual calendar. And the perpetual calendar got better and better over the years, getting more and more precise to display the actual calendar as completely as possible and the actual moon phase. And that's quite a challenge because our calendar today, and we'll cover that a little bit later, is actually quite a complex mechanism to try and deal with a mismatch in the solar year and our units of timekeeping that we observe on Earth. And as watchmakers, we have that drive to continue to make our calendars better. And this year here at Watches and Wonders, we're presenting an absolute leap forward in that striving of getting to a perfect perpetual calendar. And to give you a little bit of an insight, what I'm about to show you, here's a clip of the all-new IWC Portugieser Eternal Calendar. There you are, the IWC Portuguese Eternal Calendar, a true tribute to eternity and actually a real leap and milestone in our engineering development. This is our first ever secular calendar from IWC. It displays every leap year correctly all the way till the end of the Gregorian calendar, because a regular calendar skips a leap year, needs to skip a leap year in 2100, 200 and 300, but then keep the leap year in 2400. And where normal perpetual calendars need a manual adjustment and update, the Eternal Calendar has a 400-year program wheel that does that automatically. And at the same time, we really reworked our moon phase display. Our original moon phase displayed 577 years of moon phase for the northern and southern hemisphere correctly. Now this new moon phase is achieving an all-new gearing where we're trying to get to the actual lunation of 29 days, 12 hours, 44 minutes and 2.88 seconds as precisely as possible. And this has been made possible by querying a supercomputer to go through trillions of combinations to give us the perfect gearing and actually producing an accuracy of 45 million years. Now, if you check the Guinness Book of Records, you'll see the previous record was at 2 million. We've just upped that to 45 million. That's what happens when you task some engineers in Schaffhausen and they just take things a little bit too far. But anyway, this really is the heart and core of our collection, but there's more to discover.
Chris, as someone deeply passionate about watches, standing before tables like this stirs genuine excitement. Could you help our viewers on our live stream understand what we have here? I know that you've got a special guest here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, here, the entire Portuguese collection is presented in what we call the observatory. But to explain how we approach the IWC Portuguese communication, how we express this universe, there's nobody better to explain that to us than our Chief Marketing Officer, Francisca Xel. Francisca, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Tell us, how do you deal with even starting to speak about something like the Portuguese? You're a master of storytelling, so give us a story of the Portuguese. It's your elevator pitch.
Thank you very much, Chris. So Portuguese is truly the fine watchmaking pinnacle of IWC Schaffhausen. The collection dates back actually 85 years, so it's the 85th jubilee of
It's an anniversary we're not celebrating.
It's an anniversary.
It's a missed opportunity. You're marketing, you're supposed to know
See,
these
that's
things.
why I tell you. So the story started actually with two merchants from Portugal who requested IWC to engineer a wristwatch with marine chronometer precision. So that was the birth of the legendary 325 reference of Portuguese.
Well, shall we
And
take
actually it's Portuguese because the merchants from
the merchants from Portugal?
Yes.
So what we have in the end is then a nautical instrument turned modern-day wristwatch.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's not a classical watch. It remains a watch with a modern edge. So when you start to communicate about a product like that, where do you even start?
The thing is, as you say, the Portuguese was modern and fresh when it was born in the late 1930s, and it is still today, because the instrumental watch gives it this open dial and the cleanness and crispness. And when we talk about it, we honor and respect it. And what we brought to life in this collection as well is beautiful new colors.
Yes, I was going to ask you, we're standing here in front of a stunning display. Tell us a little bit about the colors we see.
It's actually the eternal cycle of day and night. And we start with the silver moon, which is actually the late night or the early morning. And here we have in front of us horizon blue, which is the crispness of the full sunlight at midday.
Yeah, and it's the first one I chose. I mean, this absolutely
Wow, it's
pops. Huh?
beautiful. And it comes in different references with white gold, beautiful. And
Okay.
if we further do the journey
More
into
to see.
the day,
Look at that. I love that gradient you've got going on this display.
it's beautiful. We have the dune color, which is actually the late hot afternoon, and then we go in the mystery of the night, what I am wearing today,
Nice.
the obsidian color. And they come all in a beautiful, beautiful dial finishing with 60 parts actually go into the dial, and then 15 layers of lacquer, and it's polished to such a nice extent, it's just astonishing.
Brilliant. Now, Tell us a little bit, of course we have a lot of our friends and guests watching from all over the world. What can they expect this year? How you're taking this Perpetual Studio, how you're taking it to the countries? Where can people find out everything about IWC?
It's a spectacle of assets across the different channels. We will have more than 350 different content pieces, really honoring our fine watchmaking, but then as well telling the story of the colors, this eternal day and night cycle we just described, and then as well the contemporary lifestyle of IWC and Portugieser will be in this beautiful campaign as of May.
Well,
you have to wait.
Looking forward to it, Franziska. Thank you so much for your time. Now, this is also a good moment for a shameless plug, because there is absolutely no better place on earth to find out all about IWC than coming to Schaffhausen, a little place in eastern Switzerland, and visiting our manufacturing center. If you head over on IWC.com, you find the tour section. You can actually book yourself a fan tour, or you connect to your local IWC boutique and book it that way. We'd love to host you and welcome you in Schaffhausen. And when you go there, I mean, the centerpiece is really our fine watchmaking. It's where craftsmanship meets technology, and this is our Perpetual Studio. Walk with me, let's have a look really. There's our watchmaker, Thomas. Let's have a quick look at watchmaking at IWC, and specifically the development of the perpetual calendars. Now, if we have a look over here, the very first perpetual calendar movement from IWC was developed by our master watchmaker Kurt Klaus in 1985, and it really was unique because it had a very simple way of using a program wheel to tell the watch movement when to insert a leap year and when we have a regular year. So our perpetual calendars don't have any adjustment pushers. It is all controlled via a single crown that actually helps you to adjust the entire mechanism, which is fully synchronized. Now, in this early edition, which came in the Da Vinci chronograph perpetual calendar back in 1985, you had a moon phase which had limited gearing, which was accurate for 122 years back in 1985. And then in 2003, for the very first time, we brought the perpetual calendar movement into our bigger Portugieser wristwatch. And in Portugieser, we could change the gearing because it's a bigger movement, bigger power reserve, and actually achieve a moon phase accuracy of 577 years. Now, fast forward, if we're going to these models here, you can see the absolute heart of what the Eternal Calendar does. In the Eternal Calendar, we're keeping that simple idea of the program wheel, but we're actually putting in a gearing that changes from a 4-year program wheel via 2 wheels only to a 400-year wheel. Now, 400-year program wheel tells the calendar that we're skipping the regular leap year in the century years 2100, 200 and 300, but keeping it in 2400. So for the mathematics fans among you, every year divisible by 400 keeps the leap year. And this goes all the way to the end of what we know as the Gregorian calendar, our calendar, in the year 4000. Now imagine a 400-year wheel. That means we are turning less than 1 degree a year, and in your entire lifetime, hopefully not, but likely yes, it's going to rotate less than a quarter. So it's quite an amazing gearing if you think 1, 2, 3 program wheels to get from a single year to 400 years. That is beautifully visible in the front of the watch as well. Second feat of engineering is really happening in that moon phase. And if we have a look at the model here, you can see that we have only 3 additional wheels. 3 wheels, 100 teeth max per wheel, that a supercomputer told us what is the perfect gearing, gave us a list of options, and then our watchmakers here, how are you doing, by the way?
Good, thank you.
Is all right?
Yeah.
Our watchmakers chose the perfect gearing ratio that worked for the Eternal Calendar and made sure that we can provide a moon phase accuracy of a staggering, mind-blowing 45 million years. So are you going to be, I mean, you're young enough, are you going to be servicing these watches in 45 million years? Probably not.
Probably not anymore.
How do we deal with that?
Well, we will give them on, and we'll see what's happening then. But
absolutely.
Let's see, like, hopefully humankind still exists. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully, yes. That's the, you know, the dry Schaffhausen humor that we get from watchmaking in Schaffhausen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the hero of the collection. But let's discover more. We've got some very special guests today to talk you through all of the individual references. But before we do that, and I'll take you over there, here's a presentation video that gives you a full overview of the all-new IWC Portugieser collection. Beautiful colors. Now, let's take a closer look at all of these products in some detail with two people who can present them better than none. Have a look. Come with me. So we have a couple of guests and we have a surprise guest. Can I introduce you to Debbie? She's known on Instagram as IWC Girls. Do you do TikTok as well? I don't even know.
No, only
no TikTok, only Instagram. We
yes.
It's a generation, you know, we do Insta. That's all good. So IWC Girl with us today to explain all of the references to you, together with Christian, our creative director, Christian Knob. They are the perfect pair to talk you through all of the individual Portuguese timepieces. Guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to grab a coffee and I see you all after. Right?
Thank you very much.
Over to you guys.
Thank you.
Good. So let's have a look at the collection. We dedicate this year to the IWC Portuguese collection with the Eternal Calendar as the highlight of this collection. This is what we have in the center here. And the Eternal Calendar really takes the IWC competence in calendar watches to a new level. This fantastic piece, have a look. This is featuring a special calendar function that is programmed as a secular calendar. It's programmed until the year 3999.
Really impressive. I love this dial. Could you explain more about this? It's so different.
Yes, we not only have a special calendar function, but we also have a special moon phase integrated, which gives an incredible moon phase accuracy, which is a mathematically correctness of only 1 day deviation in 45 million years. This is a world record. The current world record is at 2 million years, so we really set ourselves apart from that. But next to this high complication movement, we also gave a stunning design to this piece. It's a platinum watch with a relatively thin case ring and 2 domed glasses in front and back. So the domed sapphire glass on the top is covering a domed dial that is also made from glass with a very complicated treatment, giving incredible richness and depth to the piece and to honor also the high complications inside.
And Christian, what's the difference between this eternal calendar when we compare with the regular perpetual calendar?
That's a very good question. I think the calendar functionality in an IWC perpetual calendar is programmed until the year 2100. Then there is an irregularity in the calendar. So the new mechanism really calculates these irregularities and is programmed until the year 3999. While our current moon phase has an accuracy of 577.5 days, the new one has the 45 million years.
Guys,
Amazing.
this is all kind of amazing. Can we see, can you show the cameras nice so the viewers at home can see it?
Yes, of
Lovely.
course.
So if you're holding it, stay where you are, and just
Okay.
so we can camera. This is great. Please continue, Christian.
From the highlight of this collection, we developed a full collection around with 4 new colors we are presenting, which is the silver moon, the horizon blue, the dune, and the obsidian black. So these are new colors we're bringing to the Portuguese collection, together with a revised case construction and a couple of new design cues we established on the dials. We have created sub-collections in particular colors that really strengthen the design codes of the Portuguese, being a very pure and very legible instrument watch originally. What you hold in your hands here is a Portuguese hand-wound tourbillon day and night. It's a hand-wound piece with a flying minute tourbillon at the 6 o'clock position. And we have a specially designed day and night indication at 9 o'clock, showing a little globe that revolves once in 24 hours, having a black side and a golden side indicating day and night.
And this is the first time that IWC produced this Portuguese tourbillon day and night, correctly?
Absolutely. If you turn it around, you will see a beautifully finished movement. And one of the highlights is that this day and night indication is also visible from the back.
The back is stunning too. Amazing. Okay.
In the obsidian black, we also present a perpetual calendar, an automatic 42, automatic 40 and the chronograph. Coming from the obsidian to the new color dune we're presenting an automatic 42 and chronograph in this new color code.
What's the inspiration behind this dial, this color?
We wanted, with these 4 new colors, they're inspired really by the cycle of the day, really going from morning light, the warm afternoon light, which inspired dune, and to the night to show the moon. But especially each of these colors, and like the dune as well, should or was meant to present a new look to the Portugieser, but at the same time be a very timeless and very wearable color. And I think the dune color is a very good example for that. It's completely new to the collection. It brings a novelty aspect at the point of sale and on the display, but it's a color that is really timelessly elegant at the same time.
So I wear one. Yes, so beautiful. And now let's move to another side.
We're looking at the horizon blue. That's probably one of the most stunning new colors we are presenting. Color where we have 4 references, all in white gold cases, combined with calf leather straps that are hand finished by the Italian shoe brand Santoni. So they have a handcrafted patina finish on it. And all these dials are made in a very elaborate lacquering process. Each of these dials involves 60 different steps to make the incredible refinement level. And it's just 15 layers of lacquer that gives the richness and the fine detail to the dials. The one you're holding in your hands is a perpetual calendar piece.
This is a little bit heavy. Which material is this?
It's a white gold.
White gold. Okay.
It plays very nicely also with the horizon blue of the dial.
This is my
It's a
favorite
very
box.
fresh, almost a summer color within the collection.
I'm really impressed with this new color, because now with the watch on my hand, I'm even more impressed because it's different. It's possible to see all the details, and the combination with this strap with the dial, and it's perfect. Congratulations.
Thanks. Let's look at the silver moon, which is the 4th color. So the silver dials, very, very iconic, is the perpetual calendar with the silver dials, but we're also presenting the silver color on the automatic 42, like this one, for example.
This is the new size for the Portugieser?
Yes, it is not a new size. 42 millimeters existed before, but we have completely reworked the case. So you'll find now a kind of box glass on front and on the back, giving the entire watch a very slim appeal on the wrist, and an overall very airy look, which really goes very nicely with the pure design of the dial graphics.
And I saw a few difference here in the strap. It's more flat compared with the other that are curved, correctly?
That's correct, because with the automatic 42 we are introducing a new metal link bracelet and a rubber strap. So we give more choice to our customers to change to different strap options. And this goes also very well also with a reworked case, giving a 5-bar water resistance, so to make it a very versatile all-day watch you can use for different purposes.
Nice. And I love this combination with the rubber in blue as well. Beautiful. Thank you, Christian, for this amazing explanation about the new collection. I'm so excited to continue here during the booth. We can go and...
Thank you very much. Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, good?
Yeah, so good.
Coffee? I think you deserved it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Debbie. Wow.
Thank you.
I really hope you enjoyed that all-new Portugieser collection. It makes us very proud. You know, for us, this is the biggest day of the year. When our engineers, watchmakers, designers, marketing people, and everybody working on a collection like this, there's no better feeling than seeing the reactions, being able to finally present it to the public, and getting all your reactions and feedback. And on that note, of course, we're going to take a couple of your questions in just a minute. But I just want to say, you know, IWC Portuguesa for us, it's not only the heart of what we do, it is really a watch that you just have to see in person. It's now so elegant and so refined, and it's just something that whatever occasion you are going to, whatever your day is going to bring, you're never dressed wrongly if you have an IWC Portuguesa. You've got to see this in the flesh. Most of the watches are available as of now in our boutiques and on IWC.com worldwide. Head over to IWC.com, see all the details, inquire with your local boutique or retailer to find out much, much more. But let's jump right into some of the questions from our audience.
Chris, it's been an amazing experience so far. Before we go to our audience across all the platforms, I just had a quick question for you. How do you want visitors to feel when they leave the IWC booth?
Well, I think that we can hope to give people who come to Geneva here an experience of what it's like to see the IWC side of watchmaking. You know, it's not where you walk into a hundreds of year old manufacturing facility and you have, you know, wooden benches. It really meets craftsmanship meets modernism. That's really our spirit. Our founder was an American. He was a watchmaker and engineer, Florentine Aristo Jones, and he always had this credo of combining the best of craftsmanship with the best of technology. And that really is what we're standing for today as IWC Schaffhausen.
Okay, and we've got one from Instagram, Chris. This is Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
Yeah.
Shout out, Sophia.
Big up, Sophia. What is the difference between Eternal and the Perpetual calendar?
Yeah, great question, Sophia. So a perpetual calendar in watchmaking definition is a calendar that inserts a leap year regularly every 4 years. And that's basically following the Julian calendar. But the Julian calendar has been replaced by our Gregorian calendar back in the 1580s. And an eternal calendar is a calendar that accounts for these irregularities in leap years that the Gregorian calendar introduced to just get a bit closer to the actual difference between the solar year we observe and our units of timekeeping. And because it's never quite synchronized, you occasionally have to add a leap year in a different way than before. That's why we're doing this. Another question?
Yeah, great. And we've got one from AK21AN. Is it platinum or white gold?
The Eternal calendar is platinum, great question. And then all of the models in Horizon Blue are white gold, but also the Perpetual calendar in the Dune color is in a white gold case. Next
Okay,
one.
last question. Which is your favorite corner of the exhibition pavilion and why?
The favorite, sorry, say again.
What is your favorite corner of the exhibition?
Right, like, I love the Eternal Studio because the Perpetual Studio is where our watchmakers are at home, where that craftsmanship really goes into our watches, and to see our engineers, our watchmakers at work and the passion they put into these products makes me extremely proud and very happy on a daily basis.
Great, this is all amazing stuff, Chris. We would love to hear from you all day, but I know you're very busy and you've got lots of things today. So if it's okay for you, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, and of course we're going to come back to lots of your questions in the comment section. I'll try myself to get onto as many of those as possible during the course of the day. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this. And Watches and Wonders this year, incidentally, is open to the public on the Saturday, the Sunday and the Monday next week. So if you are in the area and if you can plan it in, do come here. We'd love to host you here at IWC Portuguesa, a tribute to eternity. Thanks a lot for everyone for watching. Thank you for your time. See you all very soon.